A tree. Leafy, twiggy, woody, trunk. We've all seen trees like this one here before, but add just 2 more trees and something rather magical happens. It's a forest. Welcome to Woodland. On tonight's programme.
This is it! It's the tallest tree in the United Kingdom. We've spent the last 4 days searching for this tree, and it's dead!
But first, I make the treacherous ascent up the Scotsquire Hills to meet Paul Hennings, a local resident with concerns about the area's future. Paul!
Mark, good to see you. Take a seat if you will. Take a seat.
So, this is the monument then?
This is Henning Monument, erected by my grandfather 4 years ago. Family rather.
So Paul, tell me a bit about the monument.
Well, it's made of red bricks and clay. It's about 400 metres tall, 600 metres tall, which is interesting really, because it was only meant to be about 40 metres tall, but we just kept on building.
Yeah. But you have a bit of a problem with the trees
And
here.
the cross I put on myself.
Yeah, but the trees, you have a problem with them. Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, well, the trees, yeah, they're a real problem here. A lot of people don't see them as an issue, but I do.
Why?
Well, they're very invasive. They just encroach on personal space. They come at the monument at the speed of Fort Knox, really. I mean, once they're there, they don't go.
But there are those who say, aren't there, that with global climate change, trees are part of the solution. How do you respond to those people with your attitude that you clearly have?
Rubbish! That's how I respond to those people in my head. I think to myself, you don't know anything. I've lived here at Dundry Knob for probably 3-4 months, and I've never seen any global warming. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So, tell us a bit about the monument.
I don't want to tell you about the monument.
I was concerned for Paul's livelihood, but it was becoming increasingly clear that we didn't see eye to eye on all things forestry. This is an unhappy man. His wife has left him, his children don't want to know him, and he's one of countless men to be diagnosed with an affliction that's come to be known as Barnes Maudlin. There's only one way to treat men with this affliction. But unfortunately, I don't know what it is. This is Martin Baker Cake, and he's showing me around his orchard.
This here actually you might recognise is a Billy Piper. It's an old variety, but he produces well. Well, have a try for yourself and see the flavours present in that.
Very nice.
Produces a lovely pie. Now, what we got here is an interesting variety. It's called the Pox. It's not actually ripe until it produces horrific bloodening here, and then that's when you know it's ripe. Try that on for size.
Gosh. No, it's very sweet, isn't it?
Very sweet, bloody sweet thing that. This one here is actually my favourite variety. You'll love this one. It's called the Scotch Broth. Try that.
Right.
It's a lovely one, that, isn't it? You might recognise this one here, Mark. The Brimshaw Bramshaw.
Oh no, I like these. Yeah.
Well, you got your apples now. Let's go to the press.
Let's go.
Here.
As Martin readies his fruits, I learn that the core of the apple industry is not quite so peachy. Well, Martin, thanks for letting me circle your orchard this afternoon, but there's a bit of a pressing issue, isn't there, with your industry at the moment?
Well, Mark, it's the government, innit? They've got this new efficient way of growing these apples, not on the on the branches that they grow on the backs of mouses nowadays. And the thing with mice is that you can move them around easily because they've got their little legs, and it's just so much quicker to move a mouse than it is an apple tree. That takes hours.
So what are you going to do?
Well, to be honest, Mark, I don't think there's much you can do. You get these shepherd folk, they come around here with a little mice herds, and they come into the orchard every time. They take their clothes off and they start to dance around the trees for a little bit, and then one of them, I know who he is, he always comes, plucks the apples from the trees and then starts making a little hole for it in the ground, and he buries them. I mean, sometimes he can bury 2-3 apples a night, and I can't keep up with him. I've got to follow him around with a spade, and he just giggles the whole time. I'm painting them with all the same brush, really. It's only the one man who does it. The other shepherds, they're alright. So the point is, bad business.
Right, man?
Alright?
This is the smallest woodland for its size in the United Kingdom. Good night.